What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and it's been interesting to watch the kind of fallout of the what I assumed was going to be the final culling of G4TV after we've seen the president leave. We've seen multiple high-level people leave for other companies. This is usually a sign that things are bad because you're able to. They're the ones that know. They know that stuff's coming, and so they abandon ship first. The rats flee the sinking ship, so to speak. The wages, or the people that are, do all the actual work at companies, they are the last to find out, and often are just completely broadsided by layoffs and things of that nature, because they still are just grinding the same as they ever were, because that's what happens at companies. And nothing better than, imagine seeing the person that you knew was responsible, at least in part, for the failure of your network, dancing around and celebrating that they, quote unquote, survived. All the laid off people, I am certain, and I've heard from some of them who don't want to be named, are absolutely appalled at the comments made by Frosk in the wakes of the layoffs, and the backlash has been intense. G4 host Frosk posts tone-deaf meme celebrating her continued employment after network hit with massive layoffs. By the way, you know who's not having massive layoffs? Coffee Brand Coffee. We just got our first review in. The K-Cups started shipping Thursday, so if you ordered them, they're going to start coming in. We have the last wave of K-Cups coming in next week, so everybody should have theirs by the end of the month. You can see the founder, they got their founder's coin. They wrote, "I've tried the medium roast whole bean coffee, and now I've had the K-Cups, and it's without a doubt the best tasting cup of coffee I've ever gotten out of a K-Cup. Great alternative for those who don't want to take the time to grind their own beans." I told you we weren't screwing around with our K-Cups. We have a dark and a medium roast available at coffeebrandcoffee.com. Promo code haters will save you. We also have our spiked jack-o'-lantern and our pumpkin spice available right now. All sorts of just awesome stuff going on at coffeebrandcoffee.com. And it directly supports the channel, which is really nice. So pick some up, coffee, tea, or cocoa today. By the way, I know people hate the ad reads for that, but like, I get it. I really do. I hear you. I see you. But also, like, this is my, I'm trying to build something to survive a little outside of YouTube. And this is what I've picked. And I figured people would at least like be cool with it, knowing that it's my company and that it's not just some like soulless ad read. And I think most people are, and I appreciate that. And, I know not everyone drinks coffee, tea, or cocoa, but if you do, or someone you do, all I ask is that you give it a try. I don't expect you to just buy it forever because you like my videos, but I think if you try it, you're actually going to like it. And I mean, like, this isn't just like sticking my label on I've worked really hard at this. We're adding new stuff all the time. So I've been really happy to see all the new customers coming in every day, repeat customers too. So thank you all. In a stunning display of tone deafness, particularly from someone whose own actions ostensibly played a significant role in getting here, G4 host Indiana Black responded to the network's recently announced sweeping staff cuts by sharing a meme celebrating the fact that she herself did not face the chopping block. As per 3 sources familiar with the business who spoke to Kotaku, at least somewhere between 20 and 30 staff members were laid off at G4TV on September 14th. The staff cuts reportedly took the affected completely by surprise, with many even showing up to set with the understanding that they would have been working as normal, only to be met with both the news of their respective programs that had been canceled and one-on-one layoff discussions with the network's HR staff. Now, G4TV's relaunch is basically the brainchild of the son of the president who owns the company. And if you look into that, like, you probably just let him try it. The fact of the matter is G4TV as a format just can't compete in modern day. There's YouTubers that have just as good of production quality out there, and don't have the enormous overhead that something like G4 did. I mean, as a YouTuber, when I hire people, so like I have technically 1, 2, 3, 4 employees. Everybody that works for this channel directly contributes to the profits of this channel. Meaning my thumbnail guy, Ben, you know, he helps people click through to stuff. My video editors, Lofty and Steven, they help get more likes on videos and, you know, more shareability. My assistant, she helps secure advertising deals. So everybody that takes money from the company generally contributes more than that. When you have like a big moldy old corporation, you have a bunch of people in suits at the top who have gigantic salaries. Even if only a small fraction of their salary is put against your earnings, it's like a massive uphill climb. They would have had to relaunch to, I would say, I mean, on YouTube alone, millions of views a day, per day, just to cover that overhead. Like, I'm certain of that. It would have had to be many millions of views per month, 20, 30 million views a month, minimum. If they were doing 30 million views a month of like long form video content, that might have justified 10 people. But they have like 50 people working there. There's just no way that they had any chance they couldn't make any mistakes. Curiously, these cuts come on the heels of the network announcing a new slate of additional programming, including XPlay hosted The Office-style parody of God of War titled God of Work. To this end, one insider spoke to Kotaku, opined, "I truly cannot imagine the company continuing to produce our slate of content without the people we lost today." Well, they're not. They're just going to exist as a shell for a little while, and then they're finally going to close up operations. I mean, that's what happens. Like, it's extremely rare for some company to go through these level of cuts, these waves of cuts, and then like rebuild and be bigger than ever. I mean, it's happened, but it's like the exception, not the rule, you know? So that leads to the tweet. Taking to Twitter the day after the cuts were divulged to the public, Frosk, whose infamous sexism and gaming rant will undoubtedly be cited as a major factor for the network's struggles. See, this is the thing. A lot of people have tried to say like, well, that wasn't it. That's not what really killed the network. Oh, I would submit to you that it absolutely was. Now, I'm not saying that they were profitable before this. I think that they were probably hemorrhaging money even at that point. But I think that just killed them. They lost 60-70% of their viewership after that. And they just never recovered it. How do I know that I'm right about this? Well, the analytics show the viewership drop. But more than that, they deleted the video. They quietly deleted the video. So if the video wasn't a negative thing for them, why would you delete it, right? That seems like a reasonable question to ask. Why would you delete that if it wasn't this negative thing? And the hilariousness of it was that they championed that rant. Their former president or senior whatever who's no longer with them anymore shared it and shared the sentiment, you know, essentially saying don't like it, don't watch it. How many times has this backfired? In the rant, Frost talks about, and by the way, oh my God, like it's always a bad look when content creators say, I work so hard to give you free content. And you know, like when you remind the viewers that they're getting the content for free and that they should be like, it's like saying you should be thankful for me, that you should be thankful. Like that's a big turnoff. You know, I don't really understand why anyone thinks that's a good idea. So you have this tweet, I survived, right? Let's take a look underneath. We've got one of the top replies is Gary from Neurotic. By the way, shout out to them for having me on Friday Night Tights the other night. It was a blast. With the Frosk rap. Everyone knows this one, right? And then you have below that, you have the Daily Bugle saying, you know, don't like it, don't.
Done the experiment.
Like it, don't like it, don't watch it. Brandon Morris, wow, you are a garbage human being. 2,000 likes. She doesn't care about anyone but herself. 1,300 likes. Here's as on Heels from Heels versus Babyface. I survived because F my colleagues. I mean, like, yeah. So you called out sick for your kitchen shift then. You know, this is an insult to the hardworking people. The fact that G4TV is keeping you and Adam shows that it's only a matter of time until they go bust. Like, the backlash has been ongoing, and now she's been arguing with fans, with viewers who are still mad about her original take on like Sony versus PlayStation. You know, she writes, "It's a comedy show and angry neckbeards used me as a face to send thousands of F-heads at me because I told them to stop telling me how much they like to jerk off to Morgan Webb. And here we are, half a year later, still going on with this stuff. So forgive me, I'm tired of this BS." Well, people didn't like that. Stay classy, Frog. Still can't end it. Still alienating people, even in a new job. Sussler and this fool are the reason people are getting canned, and they still can't help themselves. They really can't. Now, I know that there's obviously some people that have followed Frosk around from the esports era that didn't like her. So I don't know like exactly what happened there when she was like a caster or an analyst during for esports stuff. But, you know, she had just a ludicrous take about Sony. I'm actually with her in the, like, I don't care about your console wars. Play what you want. Don't come over here and be like, Xbox better. Oh, PlayStation's better. Oh, PC's better. Just play what you want. Like, I literally don't care. I mean, obviously PC's better, but like, you know, I'm kidding. Don't start typing. I'm kidding. Relax. You know, it's like, you know, enjoy paying $70 to play The Last of Us for the third time. Now, hey, look, the catalog on the PlayStation 5 at launch was weak. I think anyone denying that would be considered a fanboy. But it's getting better, and, you know, I've got the console sitting there waiting for some sweet exclusives to play, and when I get them, I'll be happy that I have a PS5. If you have an Xbox, you have Game Pass, so you already get incredible value. And if you have a PC, well, you just get, you know, great graphics when they do it right, and then you get terrible games when they can't port it well. So there's you know, there's benefits and negatives to everything, but, you know, maybe don't like celebrate. It's just such a terrible tweet, and it backfired so spectacularly. I had to cover it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it and you hit that red subscribe button down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.